We wrote about some animals, we wrote about some birds. Now let us learn to write about someone who comes to your door. And for some children, he is a welcome guest. And who is that person? A postman. We're going to learn to write short composition on the postman. Now, when you talk about postman, how does he look? He has a cap, he has a uniform, and he's also got a stamp on his pocket, Indian Postal Service. Now, what does he bring to your house? He'll bring you letters, he'll bring you parcels, money orders, and you wait for him. What else? How does he travel? Postman travels on a bicycle. What does he have on his bicycle? He's got a huge bag of letters to deliver at various places. Sometimes in the rural areas, the postman travels on foot. Maybe the roads are not very good, so he has to walk long distances. A postman is a very reliable person. He works in the postal department and he can be relied upon. He works very hard, whether rain or sun. He is there, ready to do his work. He works very, very hard. Holiday. When you are on holiday, he has very few holidays. His business is busy delivering letters written by other people, making it fast, reaching their home. So what are we going to write about now? The postman. The postman who rings the bell and gives you a big smile. Huh? So the postman. We're going to write about the postman. The postman is an important public servant. The postman is an important public, because he works for the public servant. And where does he work? He works in the postal department. He works in the postal department. Okay. He has a very unique uniform. So he has uniform. He has uniform and travels on a bicycle. He has uniform and travels on a bicycle. What does he deliver? He delivers letters, parcels, and money orders. He delivers letters, parcels, and money orders, and he brings to your house. Now, each postman has a specific area. An area is allotted to him. Each postman has a specific, has a definite, specific area. Only within that area he'll work. He works at all weather conditions. So he is a hard working. He's a hard working. What else you will say? Sincere, very good. And he's hardworking, sincere, and reliable person. He works on all conditions of weather. He works at all weather conditions. He has very few holidays. He takes very few holidays. Then what else? The letters you write, you and I write, he goes and delivers it to the person concerned. The letters that we write, he delivers. He at the correct address. At the correct address. Now, what about in the rural areas? In the very remote areas, most postmen, they walk from place to place, door to door, to deliver letters. In the rural areas, the postman, the rural areas, he walk for long distances. In the rural areas, he walks for long distances to deliver letters. What else will you say? He's a very kind and nice person. He is helpful and kind. He is helpful and kind. And what does he do? It is part of his job to help people. He is helpful and kind, and it is part of his job to help people. How do you recognize the postman? He carries large bundles of, he carries a large bag of letters. A large bag of letters. That's how you know that's a postman. Now let's look at it. Postman. The postman. The postman is an important public servant. The postman is an important public servant. Okay? The postman is an important public servant. He works in the postal department. He has a uniform. He wears a uniform and travels on a bicycle most places. He delivers letters, parcels, and money orders to different homes according to address. Each postman has a specific area, their allotted area. He is a hardworking, sincere, and a reliable person. You can ask him for the address. You can get a lot of help from a postman. He works at all weather conditions. Whether it's raining or sunny, he is there carrying his letters. He takes very few holidays. The letters that we write, he delivers it at the correct address. In the rural areas, he walks for long distances to deliver letters. So, some places where there are no roads, he walks and he walks. He is helpful and kind, and it is part of his job to help people. He carries a large bag. And what is in the bag? Large bag of letters. So now you know, when you look at a postman on a bicycle, when he brings parcel for you, you know that's the postman. When holiday comes around, what do you like to do? You like to go on small trips or long vacations? Depends on who you have where. Now, if you live in a hot city like Delhi, Chennai, you are always happy to move on to a place that is cool. And what do you look for there? Some different trees, different greenery, different sight to see, of course, birds and animals, and food. So, today we will learn to write a visit to a hill station. If you have lived in a crowded city, hot city, a hill station is always a pleasure to visit. What are we looking for when you go to a hill station? Most of the time, when we travel, we have to travel in a smaller vehicle, small buses or vans, and then you see the vehicle going up and down in a hairpin bend. Then you see the beautiful sights of different trees, animals, chirping of different birds, and all make you happy. Okay, so that's what we are going to write about now. So, when you write something, when the teacher asks you to write about a hill station, even if you have not gone to, we have to learn to imagine. How does it, when you talk about hill, what do you think of? What do you imagine? Hill, and then the roads, winding roads, the trees. So, even if you have not been, we must learn to imagine, picture yourself, and then write about. Now, here let us say you have an uncle. Sometimes you will say, the teacher does some brainstorming and you will find out things and she will put up some words. So, let us say now you have an uncle, or your father's got transfer, he is working as a, say, forest officer. Now, forest officers always get posted in the hill stations, and you have the pleasure of had a trip with the family or just alone with the uncles and aunts, and then you have wonderful time, you write about it. So, today we are talking about a visit to a hill station, and then we are going to go as a family, and that is how we are going to write it. Okay? So, a visit to a hill station. To a hill station. Now, this visit is not with the school, it is going to with the family. So, let us say you have an uncle. You have an uncle who works in the forest department. So he gets transferred and you have the pleasure of going there. So first we will write, you can say, my uncle is a forest officer. Huh? You can say, my uncle works as a forest officer. So my uncle works as a forest officer. Okay, uncle works as a forest officer, and this year he is posted somewhere. Where do you think he is getting posted? Nainital. Nainital is a lovely hill station some 300 kilometers away from Delhi. So if you've been living in a hot, congested city like Delhi, going to a trip to Nainital is a lovely thing. So now we are going to a hill station at Nainital. So now what will you say? My uncle works as a forest officer. He is posted at a hill station called Nainital. Now Nainital gets its name because there is a little temple there and there is a little goddess there, Naina, from where they get Nainital. So it's very interesting, the history of the place itself. Now he is posted at Nainital. It's a very famous hill station. Okay, he is posted at Nainital. So now uncle is there, so we are going to go there. Okay, so now my family, my dad and I, we were excited that uncle was posted there. So we are going to go for a short summer vacation. Now my uncle works as a forest officer. He is posted at Nainital. He has invited, who is he inviting? Me, his little niece. He has invited you can say he has invited my family. Okay, then you go with your family. My family has invited my family for a short summer vacation. So the day has come and your holiday started and you are all excited. Now you can say, we were excited. We were ready, packed and excited. So when you are ready to go to some place, what do? You get ready, you pack all your little things, then you are all so happy. Packed and excited. You are ready, packed and excited to leave for the hill station, at Nainital. Now how are you going? You are going in a small van, and what do you take with you? You take your snacks, you take your books, you take your toys and all the little things that you need. So now you are talking about Nainital, it is a hill station, so you might need to take some warm clothes also. Now, and who is going with you, with the uncle? He has invited my family. So family means maybe your brother, your sister, and you are going for the small vacation. You are excited, you are packed. What is the next thing you do? We traveled in a small tempo. We all traveled in a small van, a small tempo, in a small van. And what did the van do? It went. Okay? Now, as the van climbed the hills, the beauty was so awesome, so beautiful. So as the van climbed the hill, we saw beautiful trees and lovely green patches down below. And patches down. Now just imagine yourself, you are in the van, you are climbing. As the van climbs, you can see lovely trees. You look down, the greenery, it's so pleasing to the eye. Okay? Now, what else you would have heard? So beautiful trees and lovely green patches down. What about the chirping of birds? Huh? Green patches down. Then, what else did you see there? The Naini lake, it was so lovely to look at. The lake below, they call it the Naini. The Naini lake below, with the chirping of birds, was really fascinating. Now, so where is your uncle posted? He's an officer, forest officer. Now he's got transferred to Nainital. So he's posted as Nainital. He has invited my family for a short summer vacation. So we were ready, we packed and excited to leave for the hill station at Nainital. We all travelled in a small van. As the van climbed the hill, we saw beautiful trees and lovely green patches down. The Naini lake below with the chirping of birds was really fascinating. Okay. The hill gets its name from the goddess Naina Devi. How does the hill get its name? That's very important. The history is very important. The hill got its name from the goddess Naina. The goddess Naina. That's how Naina Devi. Goddess Naina Devi. When we reached the hill, okay, now you can say, when we reached the hill, the top of the hill, When we reached the top of the hill, we could not see anything below. Why? There will be a mist-like feeling. When we reached the top of the hill, we could hardly see anything because of the mist. Then you can go on to say how you settled down, how chill it was, how cool it was, how lovely the place was, then how your uncle's wife, aunt's waiting there and she served you lovely snacks and you stayed there for a few days and how you enjoyed. So when we write about the experience at a hill station, a visit to a hill station, you can write a lot what you saw, what you felt, what you enjoyed, what you liked looking at and what pictures you liked. A lot of things you can write, lot of things, but only thing what you write should be your own experience. Then it is very exciting. Here we are talking about, you can give you a name also for uncle. Here we are talking about a visit to a hill station. Here the hill station is Nainital. So my uncle works as a forest officer. You can say Mr. Ram, your uncle. My uncle Mr. Ram works as a forest officer, you can write. Now, he is now posted at Nainital. That's a lovely, it's the most beautiful hill station in North India. Then, what is Uncle Ram has said? He said, come on now, he's calling his brother, his family to come to Nainital to enjoy a lovely summer vacation. So he has invited my family. When you say family, there will be brother, sister or cousins, whatever. Family for a short summer vacation. I told you, if you are living in a hot city, you will always appreciate, you will thank for being in a nice little cool hill station. Now, we were all ready. When you say ready, all your clothes, the winter clothes, little books and toys, everything had to be packed. So when you are ready, you say you have packed all the things you need and you are all excited, you are leaving for the hill station at Nainital. Then what else you do? We all travel. Now we are moving on. The traveling always in small vehicles and it's very exciting, the hairpin bends. So we can say we all traveled in a small van. And as the van climbed the hill, when the van climbs the hill, it always goes like your hairpin, up and down the hill. Up the hill when you go, it will go round and round the hill. So as the van climbs the hill in hairpin bends, what did you see? We saw beautiful trees. You can name the trees if you know the trees. And lovely green patches. From the hairpin bends you look down and you see beautiful, colorful, different shades of green. So you see green patches down. Then Naini Lake, then there also there is a lake. Then you saw the Naini Lake below. What? With chirping of birds. That was very fascinating. So you are looking at the lake. You are going up and you can see a lovely lake there. And around the lake there were birds and bushes and trees, and it was really fascinating for you because you are coming from a hot city. The hill got its name from the goddess Naina Devi. That's the history of the place. When we reached the top of the hill, we could hardly see anything. There was a kind of glass mist form. So when you reach the top, when you look below, you could hardly see anything. And you enjoyed the chillness of the place. Then your aunt invited you into the house. And you just couldn't believe the beautiful place that you had come to, away from the hustle of the hot, crowded city. And there you enjoyed. Then you can go on to say how many days you stayed there. Then you can go on to say how sad you were leaving. Now going down the hills is another fascinating journey. It will take longer to go up, but when you come down, it's rather beautiful. As you come down, down, down the hill, it's really lovely. So you can write all those experiences. Even if you, as I told you, never been to a hill station, imagine yourself hot down here as you climb up, how cool, what trees you might see, what birds you might see, what animals you might see. You can imagine and write. Writing composition is actually using your imagination. So now we have learned to write about a hill station, even though we have not been there.